Hi, my name is Lee. I do ice sculpturing. I revolutionized the business so I can do things like suspended art. This stuff is solid ice, it will not fall. And you can see here where it's actually cracking, but not falling. So today I am going to build a sleigh because it's nice and easy and quick, and I'll show how I do it so other people can do it. So now to make a sleigh you're going to need a bucket full of snow for the snow, water of course, and your substructure. This is what I'm going to use as the platform, so I've laid it down so I can figure out where to put my pegs. Now I'm going to take these pegs and I'm going to fucking pound them in right here. Pound them in on each one right there. That one there, this one here. Okay, so now I'm going to stop the video while I do that. And then I'll proceed when I get to the next step. So now what you do, now it's kind of hard to do this and take video. So you add water to the snow. Lots of water, make it slushy. Now, take that snow and you pile it where you're going to put your peg. You want it nice and slushy, see? Now you stick your peg in there. And now you pile the snow around, up to and then you just make sure you keep adding water to the snow, make it nice and moist so it sticks to the existing snow and freezes solid. So now I'm going to cut out the video again where I build up these legs with snow, and then once I get all 4 legs built up I'll show you the next step. Okay, now the pegs are in. The 4 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4 are done now. So the last thing you want to do now that they're built up is take some water and pour it over top the leg. Totally saturated it. Like that. All 4 legs. Like that. Don't worry if the wood comes up. You'll be covering that up anyway. Now this leg, saturate it with water. Don't worry if you get around the base. Freeze it in place. Okay. Now it's a waiting game. So you gotta wait for these to freeze. Probably, well, it's mild out right now, so probably a couple of hours before you can add to this. Or get back. So okay, I've put in my cross braces now off my legs. That too. That too. Right, so now of course I'll fill that right in with snow. Right across. Fill that right in across with snow. And I'll lay my plywood on there. The reason I put those cross braces in is because the plywood's a little bit small for the size of the sleigh I wanted to make. So I put the cross braces in to make it a little bit wider. Now the plywood you can add to it, it doesn't matter. So the cross beams are almost filled in now. Things are still a little bit soft, so I'm going to give them some time to harden before I do any more. Don't forget, after every time you do some, saturate it with water. Over here, saturate it with water. No, I don't know if I had the camera focus there, but You get the gist. Now, a 2-hour wait. Then all I gotta do now, when I come back out, put this on there, snow it in, and then I got the base of my sleigh. So now, the cross braces have been iced in. They're both ready. So now I'm ready to take the private deck. Put that on there. Put it in the middle. Like that. Now we're gonna ice that in. Put a few couple inches of ice on it and around the edges. Okay, so now plywood is covered up. Again, the last thing you want to do now is saturate it with water. There. Now I'm going to let this harden overnight. But there is the start of your sleigh. Now you can use the same method to make a 4-legged animal. You just want a skinnier board in the middle and the legs closer together. So we will continue tomorrow. So this morning it is hard as a rock. I can probably stand on it right now, although I'm going to thicken it up a bit first before I do that. Now again, I'm going to add water into the snow, make it nice and soft and slushy so I can add to it so it sticks to this. I'm going to widen it up to here now, up to the end of course. I'm going to widen it, and then I'm going to put in the sleigh skis so you can kind of tell what it looks like, what it's going to be now. And that'll be it. I'll get show you more in a bit. Okay. I've now widened it and put on the routers. Now you have the basic shape of a sleigh. Now, I thickened it up some. When it hardens later, I can stand on that and jump on it and it won't break. Now, so I will get back to you when the next step. So this is the sleigh starting to come along. The sheet's basically a box in the middle. We get that built up a little bit higher. I'm just going to let that freeze. And in the back side is going to be the box, and then the front's going to be a curved front and left open to get in there. Okay, and an update with the sleigh. You just keep wetting snow, putting it in place until you get the shape of your sleigh. You can see I got the seat almost on, and then the back where you hold the presents, and then the front will be curved front, which I haven't got there yet, but starting to. Okay, now that I've done the wet snow molding, just a reminder, I did this by putting snow in a bucket and then wetting it till it was slush. Put it in place and then it hardens again. Then it's white again. This is the basic form of the sleigh now. Now I am going to... last thing you always want to do when you're done is pour water over it. Make it nice and icy. There. So there you have one quick sleigh, 2 days -2 weather, so it would have been done faster. I left the back of the box open a little bit, Didn't quite finish it, but you get the general idea, the shape of the sleigh. Now, I'm going to do a stress test. Sitting on it. No cracks, creaks, or collapses. I think we're good. Finished project. Any tips? Basically, keep the dirt out of it. You don't want leaves and shit in the snow. Other than that, make it nice and wet so it sticks. And then there's your finished project. Okay. I look for my instructions on how to build a reindeer. I'm going to build one reindeer to go with that sleigh. But it's going to be a separate video. So look for the video on how to build the reindeer. And then you can build your own sleigh and reindeer. Thank you. Bye.